What's up, y'all? I had a few people ask me a few questions about the suspension on these cars. No, I am not a guru. I go through steps just like everybody else do. But to answer everybody's questions that I've gotten so far, the Droop screws. What do? They basically lower or raise your car from you know how you can lower your car. I'm actually going to show y'all. For speed runs, you want your springs as stiff as possible. So that's why you put your springs all the way down on your front and rear. At least I do. Some other people don't. And then you can adjust your height the way you want it, up and down, from the Droop screws without sacrificing the stiffness you want specified by yourself. And that's the best way to do it. That's how I found out to do it, through the guy that taught me how to do speed runs. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do right now is adjust my springs all the way down, and the first thing I have to do is take off this tower because it's in the way. So I'll get back to you guys in a second. Alright, now that I have that off, what I'm gonna do is rotate these springs all the way down. And then I'm going to do it to the front. I'm going to do it to the rear. All the way down is the way I do it. So you don't have to do it that way. You can do it whatever way you want to do it. But while I'm doing this, the car is raising. So that's the reason why you want to use your Droop screws to lower the car, because you don't want air catching underneath. So that's all the way down. And you can see how much higher that side is compared to that side. So that's the reason why you mess with your springs and Droop screws, so you can get the ride height that you want. Alright, y'all, got the springs all set, screwed all the way down on the front and rear. And you can see the height difference of the car. See how high it is. Give you a reference point. I know none of you, stock out of the box, could not put this underneath your front bumper like that at all. So it raises up your car. Bad thing, right? Because you don't want air going underneath. But it does stiffen up your suspension. Less travel, so it makes it stiffer. So what you want to do is take your 2.0 millimeter, go down your hole, find the Droop screw, and oops, there we go. Adjust it this way to lower it. That's how you lower these things. So there you have it. One side's lowered. I have to lower the other side so you can see the real effect, because like I said, the suspension is so tight. Right there. Alright, y'all, set my my ride height the way I wanted it. I had to take it out to my living room where my family is, and actually set it on the table. It's noisy out there, so I'm not gonna have any recording out there. But the way you measure it is, don't measure it from the bottom of your front bumper, especially if you've ran it before and hit stuff, because this could be lopsided and you'll get a false reading. You want to read it at the bottom of your A-arm. I read the bottom of the A-arm, and it's 1 1/4 for me. And the bottom of this A-arm is 1 1/2. I just put it there like that. 1 1/4. You go over here and it's 1.5. But this table was lopsided, so I had to make sure you go somewhere that's totally flat. This table was not at all, but yeah, as you can see, you can't fit that under there no more. But yeah, the next thing I will be doing is swapping out the wheels. As you can tell, I have my son drifting it a little bit, and I took it out a little bit here and there and drifting it. You can see the tire wear is definitely off right there, and we were demolishing the rear tires. So what we're gonna do is swap out some tires real quick, and then I'm gonna get my cart out like I showed y'all, and somewhat walk y'all through my process of getting my camber right. All right, y'all. Got some white hoons fronts and rears for the Felony, and I'm gonna throw these on real quick, and then I'm gonna set my camber and all that stuff out in the living room. Then I'll bring it back and show y'all at least how I did it. You know what I mean? Basically what you want to do is, if your camber is in, I'm gonna have to show you after yeah, I'm gonna show you. Alright, y'all, got the tires off, got the new wheels on. Only can come up with the white versions. I'm looking for the silvers, the golds, or whatever for this. I just want to try them out. I never really got into the whole Hoons boots, but what I've seen so far off of a couple cars that I've done, but I never speed ran them, is they're real good basher wheels. But I've only tried the whites. I've never tried anything else. So as soon as I get a set of those, I'm just gonna try them on and see what happens. But anyways, what I'm gonna get into next is setting the camber. What you want to do is, I hold the card there, and see how you see that little gap up there? It's flush with the floor, but has a gap. Try to close that gap as much as possible. Doesn't even really have a gap. It's already pretty much already done. Let's check this one. Yeah, this one has a gap. So basically you want to shut that gap. And the way to shut that gap is to either loosen or tighten these A-arms up here. Don't know the whole scientific name of the damn part, but I know they call this a pillow ball, whatever. But you gotta adjust this out. This is for your toe. If your toe's out or in, you gotta adjust this so it can go in and out back here. But for the camber up and down, you adjust this top one or that bottom one. I never touch the bottom. I keep it as close as possible to keep the wheel in, and I adjust it from the top. So that's my quick tip on that, the front and the rear. I'm gonna get that done, and then I'll get back to y'all on how straight it is. Alright, y'all, got my camber where I like it, front and rear. When I was out there, what I did was pretty much, you see this pillowable adjustment. And this black piece, I don't feel like taking my wheel off, but this black piece, the outer piece, when that gets loose, you want to take something like a 5mm hex and tighten up the red part. But if you look inside there, there's a little hex inside there. You want to take a 2.5mm hex. Get you one. This over here. That's 2.5. Go right inside that hole. You want to adjust it left or right. What you're going to be adjusting is this silver piece right here. So you're going to adjust it in or out to make this wheel go outside or inside. Mine was inside, so I twisted it to the left, going back towards the car for it to come out and for this to come out, so I can get my adjustment of being flush. So, and let's say if your wheel is out here but this wheel is straight, this wheel will be straight and this wheel will be cock out like this. You want to adjust this back here, left or right, left, however it's not supposed to be, or however it's supposed to be, because that's how you're going to get your maximum tread onto the ground for you to go as fast as possible. So that's the best way for me to explain it. I'm not the best at explaining stuff, but anything to help anybody, because sometimes it's hard to find good information on internet because people troll. So yeah, that's my gist of it. I'm sure other people have better ways or other methods, and you'll find those on YouTube also, but this is my method. Alright, thank y'all. Peace. Alright y'all, one more thing. After you get the bodies, the chassis set, you're going to have to set up the body, because there is going to be a big gap back here if you do set them the way I set them. So what you want to do is take the body off, and you want to set the body post up a little lower. I'm going to take it a lot lower. I'm going to take it up to this one right here. So what I want to do is take the 2.0 and loosen it up to the fact where it's going to come out of the holes in the side, and I'm going to just slide it down and readjust it. I'll show you in a second. Alright y'all, I adjusted both posts down all the way. As you can see, I even did the front because that's how I like it. I already put the body on to see what it looked like, but I'm gonna show y'all anyway. This is how I like my body. Get it down in here. I'm gonna get the clips in so you can see how low it is and all that stuff. Give me a second. Alright y'all, this is how low the car is. A lot lower than what it was, and definitely a lot stiffer. Suspension is stiff as shit. So that's what the suspension looks like. And we're going to be giving her a couple test runs this weekend, so stay tuned for that. Alright y'all, peace.